Red Wolf wants to rearrange your furniture. Sam hypes rhymed Yu-Gi-Oh! With Super Bowl. And Kingsley wants some ice cream. We are back. This is week 9 of the Where Winning Matters tournament. Let's get to it.
I must not give in to these fantasies of weakness. Doubtless this is some charm laid on me by an evil shaman, evil sorcerer. Only the chase has meaning. It's meaning.
Yeah. Keep running. Look, I'm in the outback where it's spooky. Wildcats still pursue me like owls do to the rats and the clouds do when I'm moody. Proud dads to Suzuki's. You backed out and amuse me. I'm good hair from I tear your whole crown flat. From I'm in the outback with no neighbors. Giant snakes in the gators. You feel fear in your veins ever since the moment you came in. Heat raises the stakes and baked meat is the fragrance. I reign here from a day you to doubt that. From I'm in the outback with my chest out. I'm the best out. Who's next? Put you through the test. Do to chew your neck out. When you eat through tube and bed bound. From I eat mountains for breakfast. Keep rounds in these
Yo, shout out to everybody out there who's watching this. Subscribe to the channel. We're doing big things. My man Cammy. It's your man Caps, aka Angry Fan Man. We up out of here, man.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's Cammygbr. We are here, back at it again. We are back. You know what? Just to go kind of straight to it, because I forgot I was a judge, because I looked at when the judging was done. The judging was done early December. So I judged 2 battles today. I judged Quicksilver versus Sam Hypes, Kingsley versus Briggsy. I also judged another battle that'll come up because I looked at the group, the message from Briggsy being like, oh, this is where we're judging and stuff. So I forgot. So that was quite funny, and I had to look at my notes because I was doing the notes. I was like, I'm sure I've heard this before. Is this a slogan? Are these bars I've heard? And I was getting myself all kerfuddled, and then I went back and went, oh wait, it's because I judged these, which was pretty funny. I should say as well, the reason why I've went on and on and on is a verbatim. Briggsy said, don't just say someone won 30, give your reasoning why, and just do you. And my exact quote after was, Briggsy, that's dangerous. Briggsy, that's dangerous. So no, it was pretty funny to see that, and I've not realized that throughout this entire tournament, everyone is given 45-second, 60-second recaps. Where I'm clocking at 2:30, 3 minutes for a battle. Whoops. So if I'm judging anymore, I will go back and reflect on that and be like, well, okay, I'll maybe not do that then. But as I was saying there, I have to reflect on that myself, but it was pretty funny, just the reaction to everyone, and I'm just delving so deep into these battles. But yeah, whoopsie daisies. Let's talk about this week though. So this week it was more of the live stream of the group and using StreamYard. You know what? I'll be real. It was actually Yaneth who told me this. Use OBS. OBS is a far superior system when it comes to doing this. It's a little difficult for getting people on to talk. It's a little convoluted. Me and Gasbuff have just figured out a way that I can do it. But just in general, OBS is far superior. I think how we've done it, I have you tell you what. How about I let you guys see how the bacon is made, okay? So if I go show you this real quick, I'm just going to do this completely unedited. Watch this. So I have this thing. This thing is a voice emitter, essentially. You see my mouse and everything. This is a voice emitter. This is how I funnel all of, like, basically all sounds into this. So that's where if you've seen a live stream or anything from me, I have little things that I can click, and it causes like sounds like your Don DeMarcos and whatnot. But also it also, if I play YouTube, it all plays off of here, and I think here as well. So and between there and maybe A1 as well. So that's, well, actually no, I think it all comes through A1, and it gets complicated, okay? It gets complicated. So how I'm doing it is I'm having to use this thing called video. This isn't talking about the battles yet, but I'm just kind of trying to drop as much game as I can. I'm using a Video Ninja, which is like the OBS way of, like, one of the better OBS ways of having people on the screen, and I can move things around and whatnot. And then you had like cam links, and you copy and paste the links. It gets a little complicated. And then after that, I'm using a Discord that they view on the Video Ninja, and then they listen through the Discord. It's complicated. I wish there was a simpler way. There probably is. I've just not figured it all out yet. So I'm going to look into it, or ask some help from some people I might know. But I would say use that, because the reason why I'm dropping this little bit of game here is because using the StreamYard, it's out of sync. When I did the Among Us stream, I used StreamYard. I had to use, to get it somewhat close, I had to go in incognito mode to then get it relatively close to it, but still it wasn't perfect. But OBS is just way better. Like it connects a lot better. It's just a lot better as a system. So that, I would at least say, use OBS. And I tell you, even if I'm here, and here's another little part where I'm going to show you how the bacon is made. This is how I record. Obviously, I am up in the top corner. You're gonna see my mouse. I am up above me, but then this is where my camera is. All this is really simple. It's a very basic version of it, but even if you'd see it on the bottom left, there is lots. I do that. Hello, like you have all this as well, and you make scenes, and then when you want to have someone on a scene, you transition. So I will click back on the transition here. I know, trippy, apologies. But if you using that seems to work better than using StreamYard. StreamYard just doesn't have the power. No matter your Wi-Fi, it doesn't have the power. So that, with the videos being a little bit laggy at the very start, and you know, Kingsley and Briggsy was pretty much safe, but it was a little bit off. But I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at what was going on. So they tried something different, and I liked the interactive part of it. I liked that. I liked how it was coming across. I liked how the little conversations, the technical difficulties threw us off a little bit. The perfect world for this screen, this type of doing it, is if, and this is kind of what I thought they were going to do, is if they nominated a place, let's throw out there Briggsy's house, right? And if they, even with that living room or whatever that they've got, they put the camera, mic or whatever in the living room, have the camera looking at, like, because on the couch, have them talk, and maybe Briggsy works the OBS on the computer side of things, and then they go from Bobby to the battle, back over, and then someone has like the live stream on their phone that they can react to the chat. That would be the perfect situation. It would require moving Briggsy's house around, but I generally think that might work better in general. However, it's not the greatest solution, but I think people miss the conversations, but I think the live part of it is so beneficial, and as being a part of it. I would also say, like, I think Homeschool was in the chat bringing it up, I wouldn't click the comments. I know OBS doesn't have that ability, but StreamYard does. When you click it and highlight a comment, I think you might be able to code it in. That's very complicated too. However, if you're going to do that, I would wait until the conversation part, because then you can get more of a conversation out of the people. So you're gonna have more of a chat of how things are, or highlight some comments, because then that also gives Bobby more to talk about and react to the comments and as a host and stuff. So that would be that's how I would work it in my perfect world. However, that would take time, and that would take practice, and that would take understanding OBS a bit more, and there's a lot that comes with that to then get that correct. So I'm not mad that the Briggsy and that have done what they've done and what they could work out, because it's a difficult situation to be put in. It's a really difficult situation to be put in. So I'm saying that, but that's, I would totally, like, what could they have done? What could they have done? They've used their utilities and they've done the best that they could. And you know what? It was pretty good. In all honesty, like, there's such a high standard that Briggsy and the entire Premier Battles have. There's such a high standard that the only way that they can meet their standard is by trying it. And they've tried it this week. Wasn't 100% the best, but it did the job. But they've just got there'll be a way of working it out. There will be a way of working it out. I know in London there was I was tempted to do a podcast live stream of guess what list we're in. I think it was like for booking the studio and then doing it. I think depending on the studio, it was like 30 quid an hour to stream it. Which I thought that was dead interesting. At least for a guess what list we're in or something like that. I would maybe live stream it so we can get immediate reactions. But I may do it, I may not. But it's a thought, and yeah. So that's at least my thoughts there about that. Let's talk about the battles. I feel like I should have said I'm not going to go on and on, because I've went on and on. So, to talk about the battles, Red Bull versus Kaale. This was actually a good battle, to be honest. And you know what? I think a year ago, this wouldn't be the type of battle that people would be like, oh my god, it's Red Bull versus Kick. This wouldn't be high on the card. I think this battle puts them both, like, this whole tournament process, all this has put them both higher on cards now. Like, whether it's Premier Battles or No Chat or anything like that, I think this tournament's done both of them the world of good. To go over the battle, right? I gave Red Wolf the first round. The Red Wolf was really good. A fun round in the first. The slightly rearranging your furniture was great. Kick's first was good, but I did feel it was a little all over the place. Like, as a round, there was a little bit of the clutching of the straws to get to a point or whatever, but that also might be Kick having, okay, we're getting into the second. We're going to get there. I just get through this round, and then I know I've got the second. I know I've got that. So this might have just been the last round that Kick might have made, but it was it was a fun round. Like I said, I think the furniture thing was the highlight of that round, but good all in all. Second round, the penis pump apology. We all kind of seen what happened there. It was just, when it's said out loud, it's hilarious. It's really funny. Now the second round angle from Kick was so funny. Like I don't know if it's true, and Sean Cray in the judgment had said he was like, I just don't know, I didn't believe it. And it's like, well, for me, as someone looking over it, I don't believe 90% of the angles that has ever been given to us in battle rap. I don't believe it. Why would I? There's nothing to believe in an angle like that. So to me, it's about how it's sold. And you know what? Kick sold the shit out of it. I think no wonder he's called Wolf. He was conceived in a pack. Hilarious, like absolutely hilarious. Like, he just had so many lines that were just funny as fuck, and it just, you know what, like, it just kind of, it alluded to what he was saying. So I thought it was brilliant personally. It wasn't anything groundbreaking or anything like that, but you know what? This might be an angle that pops up again for Red Wolf. It's just, It's just so funny. Yeah, so I gave the second to Kick, and in the third was a little bit more standard Red Wolf. The third was just kind of, I feel like the Red Wolf had wrote for the first two effectively, because Red Wolf second was very good. Like, and then the third was just a little bit more standardized Red Wolf, and the Red Wolf that we know, but still good. And just in comparison to the first two, just a very slight dip. But that's not. I wouldn't even say that's his fault or anything like that. That's just, you know, preference and rounds and whatnot. And then the third, Kick utilized momentum really well there. Like, I felt Kick's round, he really put in work in that third round, and yeah, he got cut off. The rag thing, I understood what Kick was trying to say there. That he's I've seen Red Wolf walk around and have a little rag in his pocket or clipped on or something like that, and so I get what Kick was trying to say. Like, I have been here 5 minutes and I've managed to pickpocket you, and threw his cloth back at him. Like, that's funny. But it did not land. That was the there must be a term for this. Maybe we'll figure like the I would say the Nellyism, but then something like that, you know, that just sort of works into what was happening in that moment. So I'm not mad at Red Wolf winning that at all, to be honest. I get that the thought that Red Wolf was more rapping and whatnot. I totally get that, but to me, it's how your Kick was selling a lot more, so I really appreciate that. Quicksilver versus Sam Hype. So as I said before, I had a moment where I thought, is this Quicksilver's like slogan, hospital food, hospital food problem for you, operation room hospital food, I'm a problem for you, like is that a slogan? And then I realized, oh wait, I fucking judged this battle, and and I made another mistake, which I will get into on the next battle. So as I was saying, this was also a good battle as well. This one was just about rhyming. Honestly, this was about rhyming. I get what Trubs was saying on the judging, so I judged it for Quicksilver to win. I believe the first and the third as a judge decision, just because obviously, like, I felt Quick's first was really good, and then I also had Sam Hypes in the second. I just like the momentum, and then the third, obviously Sam just kind of went and then just stopped, which, you know, it happens. Is when you're momentum building, you don't want to get caught choking, so you just finish it off, and you think, oh, that must be a minute. Yeah, you're a little bit off of a minute, but even then, right? So the reason why, like I get what Trubs was saying, you know, like Monster in the card, Yu-Gi-Oh, which I kind of ignored that, to be honest, because I was like, oh, it's a bad bar. But for me, it was rhyming Yu-Gi-Oh with Super Bowl. I would never have done that. Like, I would never, oh my Nelly. And I remember going, oh, wait a minute. We have some rhyming over here. There's some raps. I would never have done that. And I would never have thought of that. And as a pattern syllable, I was just quite impressed with that, to be honest. So yeah, that I know Trevor was saying, oh, Monster. That's what I liked. I liked the rhyming of it. You know, it's a pretty basic bar, but I could appreciate the rhyme at the end. But yeah, I think even the second round from Quick, the Nike endorsement, a Nike endorsement from Michael Jordan. I like this stuff. This is it's more flexing of the pen, of being a little bit more serious and not being so ironic, which I appreciate that a lot more. Like, to me, I would throw it out there. I think Shuffle T's best performance is very Shotty Horror, and he's very fucking serious in that battle. Like yeah, there's a lot. There's irony. Irony is used as a tool. Irony is not the personality in that battle, and you know, there's a lot of things connected in that battle that really work for Shuffle T. But like Quick is kind of like, he's able to do this, and it was way better than before, way better than battles before. It's probably my favorite Quick performance, to be honest. And I would want to see more of that. As we're getting through it, I want to see more of that type of style. So I'll give that third. Don't even need to talk about that. And the first was pretty good, but I gave Quick that. I give that, as I said in the judging, I give that 2-1 to Quicksilver. Let's get on with the other battle. So Kingsley versus Briggsy. This is where I need to give out an apology. I happened to say on the dojo battle that there was a lot more comments made at Rick Charles than there was on the dojo battle than there was that I thought might have been edited out. Now, I'm going to the camera. I am sincerely sorry. I realize it's because I watched the Briggsy battle and I just went like this. I molded the two together, right, like that. They became one, and I thought I was in the building for the Briggsy and Kingsley battle, where I wasn't, and they didn't edit it. Like Rick just caught pelters. It was so funny. So I have to give that apology. So as saying, like, this was a great had Briggsy did great, and Briggsy winning that, you know, I'm not mad at that at all. I had Kingsley 2-1. I just thought Kingsley had the room, and it was kind of like bullying. It was just Kingsley had the environment. Kingsley had everything moving for him. And yeah, he was way over time limit every round, but that's because he's getting stopped for crowd reaction, and he's looking around the room. He's like, oh, all right, he's a lick, and oh, my dad'll batter you. And there was so many good moments from that battle that I just thought, nah, this is one of those where Kingsley's kind of styling, and so even the King Kenny line. Okay, I said this in the chat. I thought the King Kenny line was a Kenny Dalglish bar. Apparently it's not. But you know, one of these things that happens, and I overanalyze Briggsy's bar, but I definitely give Briggsy the third because I like the shit that he was talking. And the second round was hilarious. I just felt that Kingsley, it was just old school bullying is what it was. And I think if this was a regular battle, and looking back, I think people would have said Kingsley 2-1, because the pressure of it being a tournament and being clean and concise is very important. But Kingsley's style has never always been clean. It has been bantering, it has been moving around, it has been playful, it has many different facets of his style. I didn't look at this like he was stumbling or anything like that. I looked at this, that's just Kingsley, and Kingsley knows what he's doing, and he's being totally himself and interjecting, and this, like I said, the MC is the master of ceremony. So and clearly he was being the MC, even if it wasn't totally clean, correct, or anything like that. He was clearly being the guy of the moment. So personally, I gave that to Kingsley first and second, and Briggsy won the third. But not mad at that either. I think it was a great battle, and probably one of the best battles of the entire tournament, in all honesty. One of the best ones that I had seen since doing this every week and all this stuff. So salute to them, because I was very honored to be the person to judge that battle, like and even judging the quick and Sam Hype's battle. I was very, very privileged, and there's one more that I've realized that I have judged now, and look forward to that one. Okay. On that note, I'll love yous and leave yous. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll catch you next week for the same. However, there could also be another video out this week too, so make sure to check out the No Cut 2 Birthday Bash videos. I realized the Birthday Bash has now been moved to May, so they're not on the same weekend, but do check them out. It's talking about Suge versus Calco, talking about T-Top and Averb and their respective cards. It's a long ass video, and if you're following battle rap, you may as well check that out. It's US battle rap stuff. So I appreciate y'all. Catch you on the next one.